All right, back on the Cummins 5.9 with the cylinder 1 misfire. Just showed you pretty much how the system looks in there, also what the system looks like inside of the head. I showed you out here. So let me show you how to install these injectors. It is, like I said, like I was showing you earlier, it's very important that the process be done right. If not, these will not seal properly, or you can have further problems and not understand why. Okay, first things first, make sure you lube the O-ring. You know, it's very important. Always lube the O-ring. You don't want to tear it on the way in. The little pocket, I lube it too. Some people are going to say, no, don't lube it. That's ridiculous. Believe me, I'm already getting comments on people who don't exactly agree with the way I do my mechanics. But you know what? Let me tell you something. I've been doing this for 22 years. I have my own little business here in the Palm Springs area. If I gave you the name of that business, you would see that I am a highly reputable mechanic in my area. Not because I do Mickey Mouse work, because my processes work, I understand the knowledge, and I've been trained properly. So let me not boast, but at the same time, these processes have worked for me. I'm always open to people's suggestions on what may work better for me, and trust me, I will try it. Matter of fact, if you send me a suggestion, I will eventually make a video where I try the way you told me, and just see if it works. Show other people what other people are telling me that works, and see if it works. Nonetheless, let's get this injector in. So very important. This hole is the feed hole that's going to feed the injector with the connector tube. So it has to face towards the fuel rail, towards where the hole for the connector tube is at. So it's obviously not going to face towards the exhaust. It has to face towards the connector tube hole. So there's your hole. You go ahead and pop it in. Just push down on it. You'll hear it click. There it goes. You heard that? It clicked, see? But it's still nice and loose. As you can see, I'm putting number 1 in number 2. I'll explain why. These are all numbered the way they came out. I'll explain to you why. So again, connector tube, lube your O-ring. This O-ring is what stops the return, because that's also the return port. I explained that in the video before. But that's also to seal, so make sure none of the return fuel comes back out. Okay, so let me show you. And remember, it has a keyway. You can't put it wrong. Don't force it in. It doesn't matter how you land. It will not go in unless that keyway falls in that slot, and I showed you a video on that. So let me show you. Look, I'll even show you. I'm going to put it upside down so you can see that it will not go in. Look, it will not go in. It will not go in right there. Okay, let me make sure that you guys can see that. All right. See, it will not go in, but watch as I turn it. Boom, there's the pocket. And watch. In. Okay, so here's the process that they want you to do. What they want is they want you to torque down the injector first to about 44 inch-pounds, which comes out to like 4 or 5 pounds. I usually do it just hand tight with my 1/4 inch and 8mm. I just go and also you have to do it counter. You can't just tighten up one bolt, because then in the end you're gonna move it, you know, awkwardly, or cock it over to the side, and that's not going to work either. The reason why you pre-torque them to 44 inch-pounds first is so you can set that feed hole right in the center of the slot. That way, when you torque down the hold down nut for the connector tube, so it's centered on that connector tube, and you're not having those kinds of problems. Like I always tell you, I always grease a lot of the things I put back in. Just makes it easier. Also helps with corrosion, things like that. So there you go. You go ahead and get it all the way in by hand. Again, they want those put down to 44 inch-pounds. I'm not going to go that far. What I'm going to do is the way I usually do it, which has worked out for me. Which is, and remember, you gotta go counter. A little turn here, a little turn here. You'll feel it get tight. Once you feel them get hand tight, see, that's tight. That's tight. That's as far as you want to go. And here's the irony: you gotta loosen it back up. You can't just leave them torqued down at the 44 inch-pounds that they want you to do it at. Okay, so they're loose, but the injector got pushed down and centered. This is already in there. The reason why you loosen it up is because as you torque it down, so once you've already done the 44 inch-pounds, that already preset it center of the hole, you got this in, this is not tight at all. That is as loose as it's gonna get. Okay, so what you want to do next is you're gonna want to torque that one down to 11 foot-pounds. There goes, 11 foot-pounds. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to run the top bolts. Remember, you loosened them up already because it wanted you to go 44-inch pounds. Put the tube in, tighten the tube hand tight, loosen up the bolts. Once you loosen up the bolts, you torque that down, the jam nut for the connector tube to 11 foot-pounds. And then what you do is you grab the injector bolts and you torque them down to 89 inch-pounds, which comes out to about 7.5, 8 foot-pounds. Remember, going back and forth. You don't do full turns because you want to walk them together. You don't want it to lean to one side or lean the other side. You want to walk them together. There it goes. There it goes. See how I'm holding it right next to the head? Because I don't want all this torque back here. I can do the same thing. See? It torqued. It torqued. So we know that's good right there. And then you grab these other ones and you put them over to 44 foot-pounds right here. There it goes. Okay, so we know we're good there. And then you're able to put the fuel hose on, or the fuel line on, and torque that down as well. Let me go ahead and show you how that goes.